Welcome to Weekday Faith, short, meaningful messages to strengthen your walk with Christ. Because faith isn't just for Sundays, it's for every day of the week. In just a few minutes, we'll unpack fresh Bible-based truths that encourage, challenge, and help us live a little more like Jesus right in the middle of our everyday lives. So take a moment, open your heart, and let's grow together in faith.
Welcome to Weekday Faith. This week we are in our week of prayer and fasting, and in this episode we're going to be concluding our exploration of 2 Chronicles 16:9, that once again says, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong on behalf of those whose heart is loyal to him." And so in this episode, I want us to just finish out this verse by talking about the one who stops the eyes of the Lord. Who is that person? What is so special about this person? Is it a person that has great gifting, that it seems the obvious choice for the Lord to show himself strong toward? No, it is very simple, and it is something that any one of you or I can do, and it is to have a heart that is loyal to him. If you remember when we were talking about the context of this verse, we were talking about King Asa and how he had begun to rely on the king of Syria. And his heart was not loyal to the Lord. His heart was not wholly trusting in God. And an application for us, it is so easy in the day and age that we live in to have divided hearts. To have a heart, I'm gonna come to church on Sunday, I'm gonna worship the Lord, but I'm gonna kind of lead the life that I want to lead the rest of the time. There's a beautiful prayer, the prayer that says, "Give me an undivided heart." And that has been a life prayer for me. It's a heart that isn't having one foot in God's way and one foot in Cammie's way. It is a heart that is holy toward the Lord, who is loyal toward the Lord. And another word that you can find used here is the word perfect. He wants to show himself strong on behalf of those whose heart is perfect toward him. And so this is where examination goes really deep. This is where we say, God, where is my heart tending away? Where is my heart straying away a little bit? In Song of Solomon, it talks about the foxes in the vineyard, and it says, "Catch for me the little foxes." And the importance of this is that the fox looks so innocent and cute, but can do real damage if left to just have its way within the vineyard. And in the vineyards of our life, often it's the little things. We think, well, that thing is not that important. That thing is small. What harm can it really do? But it builds. The little things begin to build. Until suddenly you look at your heart and you wonder, how did I get here? And so as we are in our time of prayer and fasting, this is the time to search the heart. This is the time to welcome Holy Spirit to just come in and walk through our heart and to bring conviction where there are areas that they may be little and they may not seem that big of a deal. But I'll tell you, it's a lot easier to uproot a plant that is younger with a shallower root than a plant that has a weed that has been left to just go for it. I was just in my garden the other day, taking advantage of warm weather in January, and I had some weeds that had literally become little trees in my garden, and there was no just pulling that up. I had to get a shovel to dig down in and yank those things and burn them. They sure didn't start that big. They started small like any other weed. And so we want to take time in this week of prayer and fasting to find what little weeds might be sprouting in our heart that might divide our heart from God, that might cause a disloyalty, that might draw us away and say, nope, This is not fertile ground for weeds. This is ground intended for the Lord only. And so we're going to uproot anything that doesn't belong. And so I want to encourage you to just spend a few moments at some point in this week partnering with the Holy Spirit. This isn't about us searching for things that aren't there. This is about welcoming Holy Spirit to come in and do the work that he does. And that is to bring conviction of sin and not in a even shameful way, but a way that it brings freedom. These things keep us from walking in freedom, to keep us, for our hearts from being loyal to him, that will put a block on what he's wanting to do in our life. And so it is with joy that we invite Holy Spirit to come in and examine our hearts and bring awareness to us. Revelation, the spirit of wisdom and revelation, that we might know him better, it says. I love that. Spirit of wisdom and revelation, reveal the hidden places of my heart, that I might know Jesus better. So don't be afraid to open up the heart. Don't be afraid to unlock those hidden places and welcome Holy Spirit. He is gracious, he's full of mercy, and will cleanse you of all that unrighteousness. So take that time. We want to have hearts that are undivided and that are loyal to God, that he might show himself strong on our behalf. God bless.